por una cabeza. All right. So what I was talking about is with the classical technique is having to play independent lines of music on the same instrument at the same time. So in order to do this first little bit, you'd have to be able to play one line with your thumb and other lines with your index and middle finger, and that's a whole nother technique that we'd have to learn in order just to play this one song. So you see, I'm basically accompanying myself. I'm playing the melody on the higher strings and a bass line in the lower strings, and that's very, very difficult to do. So what we'll do is just play the melody, and we can take this one line at a time. So here's the first phrase. I'll go through this more in detail in a moment. Oops, sorry. That is the first phrase. Let's slow it down and have another look at it. So it's easy enough to find the notes for this, but we want to have the best left hand fingers for the right notes. So in the beginning, I just go open, open, 1, 2, 3. There's the first little phrase, and then when I go up to the 5th fret, I use my pinky. You could use your 3rd finger too. And then you go all the way up to fret 17 and see what I do here. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, that little squiggly over that 13 is called an ornament. It's a decoration, a mordant specifically. And so I'm playing fret 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. And then I'm off to 13 or 23 and 21. So here is that first line again, all the way up to string 2, fret 1, right before those really high notes. And there is the first line. Let's see, maybe we can check out the second line too. Oops. And that's all the way up to the string 2, fret 0 in the second line. That's the end of the second phrase. Let's do a little bit of that too, actually. So I'm starting at the last 4 notes of the first line. We're at 18, 17, 110, and 18. By the way, of course, 110 looks like string 1, fret 10. So string 21 would be string 2, fret 1, and so on. So the first number is always the string number, second number is always the fret number, just to review that. So here's that phrase again, start the last 4 notes of the first line. And string 2 open. So when I start that new phrase up at the 8th fret, I'm using 2nd finger first, 8, 7, 10, 8. That fingering works for me. Got to get that pinky involved sometime. This is a good time for it. Then to the 5th fret, and I hang on to that one. That's a half note, last 2 beats. I use the same fingering here because it's the same pattern. 5, 4, 7, 5, 12. 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 15. So I set up my hands so that it's the easiest way to get from one group of notes to the next. For example, when I start on 12, I start with my first finger and I slide up to 17 there, 17, then back down to 12, 21, 20. So there's the first two phrases of Por Una Cabeza with the best fingerings I can offer. And we'll talk more about that, of course, during lesson time. I'm going to make another video that brings us, or maybe two more videos that brings us the rest of the phrases in this song. All right, have fun and practice hard. Thank you.